This just in. I'm getting word that local talk show host MattTheBat was found murdered today in his studio. Yes, very sad. Now over to Brian with the latest.
Hi Charles, yes, the story is still developing as we speak. Currently we are outside of MattTheBat Studios where 3,153 of his loyal subscribers are mourning the loss of their favorite talk show host. Now the perpetrator is still at large, but an eyewitness had this to say.
So I seen him run from the studio over in this direction, and I remember because he was like really slow, and like his pale skin, it made him basically glow in the dark. I've never seen anything like that, I'll tell you what.
If you have any information, please contact the authorities immediately and make sure to give your loved ones a hug tonight because things are getting pretty batshit out here.
Hello everybody, and Geck bless. Welcome back to MattTheBat's Batshit Shit Show. I'm your host, MattTheBat. You're not gonna have to look at that asshole anymore, right? Just this asshole, so consider yourself lucky. You know, as a little welcome back gift, why don't you guys hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and the little bell notification, ding! Guys, if we're lucky, there may be a very special Therapy Gecko interview dropping in the near future. So, let's go. Let's fucking go! Welcome back to the 9th episode of the Simp series. It's a series where we do deep dives and geek out over all my favorite creators. You know, kind of figure out what's making them so successful and me so, you know, not. But look, we have a great simpening today. He's green as hell and one of the hottest dudes on the internet. He's helped a ton of people with their strange problems.
Wait, so you're telling me that your friend, when he's having sex with somebody, he can only get off if he thinks of Lightning McQueen from Cars?
And he's someone I'm lucky enough to call a friend. Today we are simping over the one, the only Lyle, aka Therapy Gecko, and I think it's about time we fucking dive in. Lyle Drescher is a 25-year-old creative from Maryland who's really taken the internet by storm over the past couple years for his viral Therapy Gecko concept. So how did Lyle get here? You know, covered in green face paint, your blue screen in front of a rolling landscape, taking calls from strangers. Well, I'm about to tell you what the f*** do you think this video's about. I'm sorry, I'm just a little pissed from earlier still. I'm so sorry. But from what I can gather, it seems like Lyle created his channel in around 2011, so he must have been about 15 or so. We're about the same age. So yeah, around 15. The guy couldn't even drive yet.
Why is he just kind of standing there picking his nose?
Oh, see, that's his niche. He's just kind of in a constant state of picking his nose.
Yeah, think about it. What started as a little bowl-cut dude and his little prepubescent friends making short films and videos under the moniker Grand Theft Xylophone Films became the Gecko we all know and love very dearly today. Let me read this. The man with 270,000 YouTube subscribers, 200,000 Twitch subs, 500,000 Instagram followers, 2.5 million followers on TikTok, and a deal with the one and only SiriusXM. Let's fucking go. So as you can see, this didn't happen overnight. I mean, Lyle's clearly been doing creative stuff since he was probably in diapers. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the guy that well, but maybe since he was in diapers, you know, maybe, I don't know. But he's always kind of had his little, you know, gecko toes dipped in some creative pot, right? And I know that when he was a teenager and in college, he told me that he did stand-up, you know, in and around Baltimore and Philly, like where he's from. And he even worked at Adult Swim for a year where he was making like Rick and Morty gifs or something. But eventually Lyle kind of realized, you know, why am I trying to put all this stuff out? Why don't I see, you know, what comes to me if I open up that channel for people to come talk to me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be just another white guy on the internet making videos. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Lyle. F those guys, right? Yeah, them. Hate those white guys on the internet.
Where I'm at right now, I am more interested in what I can discover by talking to other people than what I can discover by sitting in a dark room trying to come up with video ideas for days.
So that smart boy, well, he picked up a dusty old gecko costume and smeared some green shit on his face, and he took a trip to the forbidden lands of Reddit. Yes, Reddit.
I started on Reddit Live, and it would get like pushed to the front page, and then there's like 40,000 people watching me talk to some guy about his wife. And then people were like watching immediately,
and the rest was history, baby. I know it's actually a very cool story, and it's very inspiring to me as a small content creator. But I think like when you really look at what Lyle does and you strip it down to its core elements, you can kind of begin to understand like why this is so important to the internet and to his fans. So I'm gonna dive into all that. So make sure you guys hit the like button, followed by the subscribe button. We're not going anywhere, Geck Nation. Now, Lyle's very clear that while he's called Therapy Gecko, he's not a real licensed therapist.
I don't give therapy. I have no idea what I'm doing. If you call me for advice and I give you bad advice, it is your fault.
However, he is indeed a gecko. That part is very much true.
It's really, at its core, about being a gecko and talking to people on the phone.
There you have it, an advice-giving gecko. God, do I love the internet. What's so cool about Lyle is that he's actually, he took an old school phone call-in advice column approach, basically, and he built upon it. He didn't create something really revolutionary, but he made something very special by kind of putting his own theatrics to it and really putting it on the internet and pushing it out there. And from the bottom of my heart, I really, really appreciate when creators do this, right? Like, it's not always about inventing the wheel, guys, right? Like, sometimes it's about taking, proven concepts that work and adapting and expanding and customizing them for your niche. And that's exactly what he did. He just kind of put some Adult Swim feeling vibes on it, set the scene with some scenic backdrops, some chill jazz music, what have you. And these callers just feel inclined to, call in and tell them everything about their life. It's pretty amazing.
So she pulled down her bikini bottoms and she shit in the lazy river.
But he also takes his talents to the street to interact with the general public. It's really cool. I was there for one of the episodes he was filming in Miami, and I kind of helped man the camera. But basically, like, this is a one-man show. Like, this guy just carries around a single suitcase with the chairs, folds them out, has the microphone, just sits his ass down on a random street, and that's what you guys see on the internet. It's really fascinating to watch because everyone kind of lines up and really wants to be a part of this experience.
We had linked up one day, did a little some, took a couple of videos, and we sent some of those videos to her ex-boyfriend.
You sent videos to her ex-boyfriend?
She has told me to.
And when he's not making content by himself, he's joined by some pretty big names. It's actually, it's pretty astounding. Like, he's had, just to name a few, Trevor Wallace.
Oh, shit.
Tim Heidecker, Anthony Fantano, friend of the show. Not really, but Dr. Drew, and a ton of other rappers, some porn stars even. Like, it's pretty nuts, honestly.
Yeah. YOLO.
And when you think about these celebrities coming on the show, I think it's important to note that these are celebrities, right? And they're willing to put on green face paint and a smelly ass gecko suit and sit and talk to strangers. And that got me really wondering about the science behind this. How did something so simple and chill become such a loud force on the internet? And I think I found an answer. I'm gonna tell you guys. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. We are going to tell you in just a moment. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. It's coming up right now. Don't go anywhere. See, look how quick that was. You thought I had a sponsor or something? No, I'm a fucking loser. I don't have those. Nobody watches this channel. So to really examine Lyle's rise to fame, I think we should head over to MattTheBat's classroom. There we'll explain the science, tips, and techniques behind Therapy Gecko's viral success.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to transport without doing that noise. It's pretty embarrassing, I know. But anyways, welcome to MattTheBat's classroom. And today I'm going to be teaching you about the Therapy Gecko viral formula. So let's begin. So you're scrolling through your cursed TikTok feed, right? Maybe you got some white girls shaking ass, perhaps, maybe you got some good old recipes for some good food, some good grub. Yeah, maybe you got the guy who hides his coins in weird things like eggplants or whatever. I don't know. This guy, you know him? When boom, thumb stopping, panty dropping, green gecko on your phone. And it's like, oh my God, what's going on? This is crazy. Who is this guy? What is he doing in this costume? Why am I erect? And then you hear from a weird caller with a crazy story.
You think your aunt might have sexted you today?
So now you're in the double what the f zone, right? And the curiosity is just bubbling. You can't get out of there. You gotta stay there and you gotta see what this is all about. And then you're like, damn, this gecko's actually pretty cool. What a nice idea. He's really nice. He's a good listener. He's sweet. He's very chill. Good vibes. I should probably watch the show. Where could I watch the show? And then you go and you find them. There's other social media platforms. And that's basically, in my opinion, the genius format that Lyle has created. Yeah, that's basically, yeah, it's cool, right? So can you guys bring me back to the set? Do you mind?
And luckily for Lyle, he was someone who really understood the concept of virality and knew how to keep that retention and really capitalize on his podcast, leading to be one of the top comedy podcasts on Spotify. It's crazy, right? I mean, can I get a geck, yeah? Everybody, we're almost done with this episode of the Simp series, but I do want to say a few more things if you wouldn't mind sticking around. And then you could block my ass for eternity or murder me in my sleep. Whatever you guys got to do, all right? But I do have one issue with Lyle, and that's the fact that he doesn't like when people call him a good person.
I don't like when people say you're a good person, like when they say that to me. I not to. I don't like when people say like you're a good person, because I'm like, you don't know that. Like when people say like I like your work or whatever, I'm like I can take that, but like you've no idea.
Lyle, I don't give a f. I love your work, and I think you're a great person, and I see the way you interact with your friends, your fans, and just how genuine you are as a person. And I've met a lot of assholes on YouTube. Like, let's be real. So many of these YouTubers are complete assholes, you know? And you're definitely not one of them, and I appreciate that about you. The authenticity and originality are both clearly there. I love that you were able to work your personality into a brand, and it's actually who you are as a person. You're a great listener. Everybody around you knows that. All your friends know that. Anyone who watches your show, I think they really believe in you and really feel it in their hearts that you're telling the truth and not just, you know, putting on a front for them. Like, this is truly who you are. And I see the way people connect with you immediately, even when you're being interviewed. I think it's really special because, you know, you'll be the one getting the questions asked, but then somehow 2 minutes later, people are divulging all of their secrets to you and feeling they can confide in you. And that's very special, you know, not even just as a content creator, but as a person. And I've seen you have these qualities in real life. Like, I remember when Lyle and I met, I was going through a breakup at the time, and I was doing the same thing to him, and I was like, oh wait, this is not just a character, like this is who this man really is. And there's something really honest and lovely about that, and I don't know, I really appreciate that. So in conclusion, I, the very, very famous and very, very humble MattTheBat, I just want to say I endorse Therapy Gecko. I believe in his work so much. I believe in him as a guy, and I think it's only the beginning. It's only up from here. So to you, Therapy Gecko, we simp. How'd you like it, bitches? They're just joking. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of MattTheBat's Batshit Shit Show. I'm your host, MattTheBat, and I post a ton of videos on my channel. I'd love if you check them out. I'd love if you smash that subscribe button, drop a comment, hit that little bell notification, ding, you know, all that shit. Also, go check out Therapy Gecko's live show. He's on a crazy tour right now. It's gonna be really funny. I'm gonna be at the Austin show, so if you want to hang out and slam a beer or beat the shit out of me, you know, both are acceptable. We can do either or. The link to tickets to those tour dates will be listed below. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic rest of your week. I hope you like the show. I love you all so very much for watching. Thank you so much. And as always, please make sure to tune in next week, or else.